Man, I was looking through Facebook Marketplace last night, and I honestly think car culture as we know it is just completely cooked. Like, remember when you could actually be a normal teenager, look through the local classifieds, and buy a running, driving project car for like $800? A little dented, a little ugly, but it was yours. You could take it home, mess around with it, and it didn't matter if you messed up, because at the end of the day, it was just a cheap piece of junk that got you from point A to point B. You just can't do that anymore. Last night, I saw a literal, rusted out, non-running 1996 rolling chassis with no interior, no engine, and a missing passenger door listed for $6 grand. $6 grand. And the description literally said, rare JDM drift platform. No lowballs. I know what I have. Like, brother, no you do not. What you have is a tetanus hazard that needs to be towed to a scrapyard. But because it has a certain badge, or because some influencer built one on YouTube 3 years ago, suddenly it's worth a down payment on a house. We have let internet clout and marketplace flippers turn a blue-collar, grease monkey hobby into a rich kid's aesthetic, and it's genuinely depressing. If you don't have $20,000 sitting in a bank account right now, you basically aren't allowed to build a cool car anymore. And the sad part is, this isn't just an issue with rare Japanese cars. It has bled into literally everything. Look at old pickup trucks. Look at 90s BMWs. Look at old Hondas. Everything has this unwritten clout tax slapped onto it now. It used to be that if a car was common, it stayed cheap. If there were millions of them on the road, nobody cared. But now, if a car is even slightly vintage or has a hint of nostalgia tied to it, people lose their minds. You see people trying to sell a bone stock, automatic 1998 Honda Civic with 280,000 miles, a peeling clear coat, and a leaking head gasket for $5,000. Why? Because it's period correct. Since when did a base model commuter car become an investment piece? It's completely broken the entry-level tier of car culture. The bottom tier has been entirely erased. What really bothers me about this whole situation is how it affects the younger generation of car guys. Think about it. How did most of us actually learn how to work on cars? We learned because we bought something cheap, something broke, and we couldn't afford to take it to a professional mechanic. So you went to an auto parts store, bought some cheap tools, watched a sketchy forum post or an old video, and you figured it out in your driveway. You weren't scared of breaking anything, because if you snapped a bolt on a $500 car, who cared? It was a learning experience. You'd spray paint the panels with a rattle can, you'd cut the springs to lower it just to see how it felt, you'd put a loud, terrible exhaust on it just to make some noise with your friends. It was raw, it was fun, and it was affordable. But now, if a kid saves up every single dollar from a part-time job just to buy a $7,000 bare shell, they are terrified to touch it. They can't afford to make mistakes. If they mess up a body panel or blow the engine, that's their entire life savings down the drain. So instead of actually wrenching and learning, people are just stuck staring at their expensive projects in a garage. Or worse, they don't buy anything at all. They just sit on TikTok and watch other people build cars with corporate sponsorships and massive budgets. It shifts car culture from a hands-on, community-driven hobby into a passive spectator sport where you're only allowed to participate if you're already wealthy. And honestly, you can blame corporate greed for a huge part of this too. If you look at the automotive industry right now from the top down, the pricing is completely out of control. New trucks are hitting $80, $90, even over $100,000 for a standard trim level. Dealerships are slapping $10,000 market adjustments on completely normal SUVs just because they can. When the price of new cars skyrockets to a point where a regular person can't even dream of financing one, what happens? It forces everyone into the used car market. The people who would normally buy a new car are now buying 5-year-old cars. The people who would buy a 5-year-old car are now buying 10-year-old cars. And the people at the very bottom, the enthusiasts who just wanted a cheap, fun weekend toy, get completely squeezed out because the entire food chain is starving for affordable vehicles. It creates this toxic trickle-down effect, where the everyday junk that used to be passed down to teenagers for a few $100 is now being viewed as a premium commodity. Sellers on Facebook Marketplace see the crazy prices at dealerships. They see the insane results on car auction sites, and they think their broken, oil-burning project is worth a premium. They'll list a car that hasn't run since 2012, has no title, is filled with old trash, and they'll write, perfect project, ran when parked. Yeah, it ran when the Obama administration was in office, man. That doesn't mean it runs now. The rubber hoses are dry rotted, the gas has turned into varnish, and the rodents have eaten through the wiring harness. But they still want top dollar for it, because the internet told them old cars are valuable. Another thing that completely ruined the budget scene is the death of anonymity. Social media algorithmic bubbles mean that as soon as a cheap hidden gem of a car gets highlighted by a major creator, its value doubles overnight. 10 years ago, you could find a weird, quirky car that nobody cared about, like an old station wagon, a weird manual hatchback, or an unloved domestic coupe, and you could pick it up for pennies because nobody was looking for it. It was your own secret budget project. Now, there are no secrets. There are thousands of pages dedicated to hunting down every single cheap platform, making videos about them, and hyping them up as the next budget hidden gem. The second the internet catches wind of it, the marketplace gets flooded with flippers, buying them up just to flip them to a kid who wants to look cool on social media. It feels like we've traded the soul of the community for digital validation. It used to be that you built a car for yourself, to drive it, to hang out at a local parking lot on a Friday night, and talk shop with other people who genuinely loved cars. Now, people build cars specifically for the camera. If a build doesn't have brand name $3,000 coilovers, high-end 3-piece wheels, and a flawless professional paint job, the internet will literally gatekeep them and call the build trash. There's this weird pressure to have a perfect, high-end build immediately, rather than building it slowly over time, with whatever parts you can find at a junkyard. The charm of the imperfect, rough-around-the-edges project car is completely gone, because everyone is chasing an aesthetic that isn't realistic for a normal budget. I miss the days when you could walk into a local meet and see a complete mix of absolute disasters and beautiful builds, and everyone hung out together regardless. Now, it feels so segregated. You have the wealthy guys with their immaculate, expensive platforms who look down on anyone driving a budget car. And then you have the younger crowd who can't even afford a car, so they just show up to cause chaos for social media clips. The middle ground, the genuine working-class car enthusiast who just wants to build something fun in their driveway, is slowly disappearing. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe I'm just shouting into the void here while you watch this gameplay in the background. But I really miss the era of the true $500 shitbox. I miss the era where car culture didn't feel like a rich kids club or a competition for views. I want to know what you guys think about this. Have you completely given up on trying to find an affordable project car on Marketplace? Or are you still out there hunting for the rare deal that isn't marked up by 5,000%? What is the absolute worst, most delusional listing you've personally seen on Facebook Marketplace recently? Drop a comment down below and let me know, because honestly, I need to know if I'm the only one losing my mind over this.